Okay, welcome everybody to this writing class on Verbling. My name is Amy, and today we're going to be having a bit of a fun writing class, answering actually real agony aunt letters. So an agony aunt is somebody who you write to with a problem in some kind of a publication, like a newspaper or a magazine. You say, "Dear whoever, this is my problem. What should I do about it?" And just I don't know, searching on the net last week or so, I found some really funny agony aunt problems. So we're going to have a bit of a laugh, trying to see who can come up with the best agony aunt letter in response to these problems that our readers have. So before we get started, I'll let you know about 2 pages that might help you out with your time on Verbling. The first is my Facebook page, which you can access there. All the same stuff that Facebook usually has, but in relation to English learning and teaching through Verbling. So I often leave comments and links and stuff that could be interesting for you on there, so check that out. My Verbling teacher page is where you'll find much more information about me as a teacher, my schedule, my calendar, upcoming classes, who I am, what I've done, anything you want to know. If there's something still missing from there, then do write me a message and get in touch with me, because I'll get back to you and you can ask me whatever you like. All right, so we're going to have a writing class today. So let's say hello and see who we've got, who's going to be doing some agony aunt letter answering. Firstly, we have Talita.
Hi.
Hello, Talita. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil? Okay, great. And Talita, tell me about your picture. It looks fascinating. Is that you, and what are you dressed in? I can't see properly.
Everybody asks about this photo. It's me, yes. And I was in a rehabilitation center of seals in Holland, and this is a seal. And you ask what I wearing or not?
Yeah. What are you holding?
It's a seal.
Ah, I can see that now. Okay, I can see his face, yeah. Oh, cute. Is that your job? What's your job?
I'm a veterinary student.
Ah, okay, amazing. Well, that's a very cool picture. I've never seen such a cool picture, I don't think.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to the class. Are you a good writer?
No. Not at all.
That's okay. Are you good at solving people's problems?
I'm going to try.
All right, well, you're going to improve in both areas today, okay, Talita?
Yes, I need, because I'm going to do the TOEFL in 5 days.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So get practicing. All right.
Yeah.
Good to have you. Welcome. Raphael, how are you at solving other people's problems? Any good?
No, definitely not. Not even mine.
All right. Well, that's all right, because we're not really expecting the agony aunts to come up with anything. Well, we'll see. It's up to you guys whether you want to answer this in a serious way or in a fun way. But the problems are quite entertaining. So we'll say hello to the other Raphael now.
Hello.
Hi, Raphael. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you, teacher?
Great, thank you. And how are you at answering, at solving other people's problems? Are you any good at it?
I'm sorry?
Are you good at solving problems, like, say, from your friends or your family? Do you help people solve their problems?
Yeah, every day I help people solve their problem because I work in IT support.
Ah, okay. IT support, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, welcome, Raphael. Good to have you.
Okay, thank you very much.
And hello to Ming. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well.
Excellent. And Ming, are you any good at helping people solve problems?
I like helping people, but I don't know if I'm good at it.
Okay, well, that's all we're going to see today, so that's great. Welcome to the class. And last but not least, welcome to Mariam.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, I'm doing well. Nice to attend your class today.
Good, nice to have you, Mariam. It's great to have all of you. All right, so what we are going to do is if you would like to access the Google document, it's on the Google Drive. However, just go ahead and see if you can try that now. It's not really the end of the world if you can't. I'll give you access once I get this going. Okay, and I'm going to also do a screen share. There we go. Oh, it's being slow today. Come on. Alright. So go ahead, guys. See if you can access the Google document. So that we can all see what's going on. Just give me a sec to give you permission, because it's... There we go. So some of you are in there now. If anyone has any problems, do let me know. Alright, so if you can't access it, don't worry, guys. I'll give you another try in a moment. But what we're going to do first of all is to read the letters. So what I have here are 5 letters for you to choose from, and you're welcome to answer one of them, all of them, or any number in between. So we're going to read them through and just make sure that everybody understands, and then I'm going to send you off to write. What I do ask you to do is not to read anyone else's answer, because I think it'll be more fun if we all think about this separately, okay? So just keep your work to yourself so that we can come back at the end and see what people have come up with. So what I would do is get Talita, could you read out please number 1? This is the first letter.
I'm not a good writer. I'm not a good
Reader?
reader. Yes.
Don't worry about it, Talita. Just have a go.
Okay. Dear Agony, Aunt, my brother had a ladybug costume for Halloween, and I haven't seen him since yesterday. This morning there was a ladybug in my cereal, and I swallowed it with milk because I thought it was its fault for falling in there. Now I have a strange feeling because my brother is not around. Should I be worried?
Thank you, Talita. Okay. Does everyone understand this letter?
What
Can
is
I get...
ladybug?
Okay, a ladybug is a little insect. It's got a red shell with black spots on it. It's very small, like a couple of millimeters across. So that's what it is, a little insect. Does everyone know what a ladybug is? In England we call it a ladybird, but this is obviously an American writer. So it's a little insect. So what's happened is this girl, her brother had a costume for Halloween and it was a ladybug, and now she hasn't seen him. That was yesterday, and this morning when she was eating her cereal she saw a real ladybug in her cereal and she ate it, and now she's worried that somehow that ladybug was her brother. Okay, so that's the first letter. You guys can see whatever you think about this problem. Okay, Raphael, it's your turn to read number 2, please.
Okay. Dear Agony Aunt, I have been dating Leon for a few months. He's smart, cute, and ambitious and caring. The problem? He still has the remains of the first gallon of milk he ever purchased when he moved into his apartment. He had overestimated the amount of milk and I can read before he knew it, had a gallon in his fridge that was 3 weeks past its expiration date. Time passed and still it remained there. Soon it was 6 months old and a novelty. Leon has kept this milk to 2 roommates 3 girlfriends, 7 jobs and 2 refrigerators. It will soon be 5 years old. What should I do?
Thank you, Raphael. Great reading. Okay, does everyone understand what the problem is here? I told you these were silly problems, guys, but can you believe that they are actually real letters? So this girl has got a boyfriend called Leon, and he's really nice, but he has milk in his fridge that is almost 5 years old, and she thinks this is a problem. She doesn't know what to do about it. So you guys have to decide and write back to her. Okay, number 3. Let's get the other Raphael.
I've been going out with a very nice boy now for 6 months. My parents know and like him too. The trouble is that he keeps wearing the same pullover and pants when he calls on a date, and it was much nicer pair of pants. My mother says I should say it to him, but I'm afraid he might be insulted. She said he wouldn't be seen dead with a boy like that while that, and I felt that very much. What should I do?
Thank you, Raphael. Alright, so the problem here is that this girl is dating a boy and he always wears the same clothes on the date. Okay, he never changes his outfit. So every time he comes to pick her up for a date, he's wearing the same pullover and pants, or the same jumper and trousers if you're from the UK. And she knows that he has a much nicer pair of trousers or pants, but he never wears them. What should she do about it, guys? It's up to you to decide. Alright, Ming, number 4, please.
Okay. Dear Agony Aunt, I have fallen in love with Christian Grey from the 50 Shades of Grey books. And I'm thinking of leaving my husband to search for someone like him. Do you think it's a good idea?
Alright, I think this one's pretty straightforward. If you haven't heard of 50 Shades of Grey, it's a story about basically a relationship. So this lady's considering leaving her husband because she wants to find someone like him. What do you think about that? Alright, the last one, Mariam, could you read number 5, please? And I've got frozen, so I'm going to try and get you to scroll down. Just start reading and there we go. Sorry. Technological issues, guys. What's wrong with my screen? Sorry, Mariam. Trying to.
Okay.
Oh, hang on a sec. It's coming now. Nope. Ah! If you can read it on your own screen, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to try and get rid of this screen share because it's somehow got stuck.
Okay, let's see. Dear Agony Aunt, you know how couples who've been together for years have usually worked out some kind of dance routine? As soon as the music starts up, they'll hit the dance floor and blend in perfectly with a few nicely judged triggers and a bit of nifty footwork. Well, whenever my boyfriend and I dance together is horrible. I really envy other couples. Over the years, things have become worse, not better. His latest trick is to dance in a semi-ironic way, pretending to be John Travolta and swinging his arms around. It's not funny, it's embarrassing, but I don't say anything because whenever the dreaded D word comes up, we usually have a row and go home on non-speaks. What should I do?
All right, great reading. Thank you, Mariam. So the problem here is that this girl's boyfriend is a really, really bad dancer, and he keeps embarrassing her whenever they go and dance together. So she doesn't know what to do about it. Can you guys help? I don't know what's happened to my screen. What I'm going to have to do, guys, is to leave the class and come back in again. So just before I go, please get started if you can. I'll come back in just a moment and try and reset everything so that I can get back to work. But go ahead, choose one of the letters, and I'm going to give you about sort of 15 minutes to write something in response, okay? Any questions? Write them for me in the chat box, and I'll be back in just a moment. Apologies for this. I'm just going to be gone for 2 minutes.
Okay, we have the
Okay.
link.
Yes, I will give you the link too. Just a second. I don't know what's happening with my... Let me find the link for you. Just one moment. Alright, the link is going... I can't get it to paste into the chat box. Alright guys, the link's in there. I'm back, so if you need the link, go ahead. I'm going to go back and see if I can get this to work again. If you do have any questions, let me know.
The link is in where? I don't see it.
Can you see it in the Verbling chat box? I'll paste it into the Google chat box as well for you.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright guys, off you go. Be as creative as you like. I will see you in about 15 minutes. If everyone can keep their mutes on mic. Their mics on mute, I mean. Sorry.
We need permission.
Permission, yeah.
Yes, I have given you permission. No, is it not working? Oh, don't you love...
No.
Great! Okay, just a second. I'll have to try this again. Oh. Right. There you go. Let's see if this works now. Hopefully it will.
Okay, it works for me.
Yay! Finally. Talita, if you want to do another one, we've got another sort of 5 to 7 minutes left. So why not choose another one and see if you can come up with another answer? Alright guys, I'll give you another sort of 5 to 7 minutes since there's only 4 of us, so it should be plenty of time to check. All right, guys. So just like think about finishing off what you're writing, so that we can go over your answers. So just sort of finish off the last sentence that you're doing. All right, so we're going to start off with Ming. Are you ready, Ming? Are you pretty much finished?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. All right.
Okay.
So, if you could please read out your answer, and we're gonna see what we think of it, and I'll also correct your English. Okay? So you wanted to answer number 3, the boy who always wears the same clothes. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us. What did you write?
Just one more sentence.
Okay.
Okay. Boy with the same clothes. Dear reader, I believe the boy you're dating is someone what they call a keeper. I believe the boy wears the same clothes because he understands the values of money and the, oh my gosh,
Whoopsie.
irrelevance of
Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry. We'll scroll down. Here we go again. Keep going.
superficial items like clothes. Though all women like to say that men are shallow and only care about physical appearance. Oh my gosh.
Okay, guys, can you just wait and copy and paste your stuff after we finish reading Ming so that we don't keep losing it? Okay, keep going, Ming.
Okay, I believe your boy is one of the rare breeds of man that doesn't give a second thought about superficial qualities. He probably won't care much if you wear the same clothes every day. Everything has a positive side and a negative side. Tells your mother that years down the road, when you're wrinkly and out of shape, the boy who wears the same clothes probably won't mind your declining physical beauty. As for you, if you truly like the boy, you should accept all his flaws and not care so much about what other people think of him.
Thank you, Ming. Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you to rate Ming's answer out of 10 in a moment, okay? So think about what score you're going to give him. And let's have a look at your English. It was great. Really good writing, Ming. Well done. So, dear reader, I believe the boy you're dating is someone they cool or who they cool. Or even who they might cool. Perhaps that's an option. But you're right, a keeper is a great one to use. A keeper means someone who you're going to keep for life, right?
Yeah.
I believe the boy wears the same clothes because he understands the value of money and the irrelevance of superficial items like clothes. Don't all women like to say that men are shallow and only care about physical appearance? I hope not, Ming. I believe your boy is one of the rare breed of men that doesn't give a second thought to. We always say, don't give a second thought to something, okay?
Okay.
But some great phrases in here. He probably won't care much if you wear the same clothes every day. Everything has a positive side and a negative side. Tell your mother that years down the road when you're wrinkly and out of shape, the boy who wears the same clothes probably won't mind your declining physical beauty. Nicely put. As for you, if you truly like the boy, you should accept all his flaws and not care so much about what other people think of him. Ming, that was really great writing and also a superb answer. I'm going to give you 10 out of 10. Let's see what the others give you. Raphael, what do you give Ming? What score are you going to give him for his answer?
Sorry?
Well, we're going to rate each other's answers, right? Not by English, but just by whether you think their answer was suitable or not.
Okay.
What do you think he should get? I've given him 10 out of 10 because his English was so good as well, and I thought it was a great answer. What do you think?
I agree.
10 out of 10?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, what about you, Talita? What score do you give Ming?
10 as well.
10! Ming, you're doing great. What about you, Mariam? Do you think he deserves a 10?
Well, sorry, I didn't understand.
That's okay. So when you do some work at school or something, you sometimes get a grade, right? Out of 10, we're going to do it today. So if you think that somebody's done a really, really, really good answer, then you can give them the score of 10. If you think it's really, really, really bad, give them 1, okay? But all of us have given Ming 10, so we're interested. What do you think he deserves?
I haven't read all answers to such problems, but I see 2 answers to problem 3. So,
That's okay.
and I like the answers because
All right.
it's referring to not being superficial. Just take more the virtues and the good qualities of a person into account.
Absolutely. I agree with you totally, Mariam. Thank you. All right, well done, Ming. You've set a very, very high level for the rest of the class. So let's read
Thanks, guys.
Raphael's. Or Raphael, would you mind reading yours, please?
Okay. Dear reader, what's the matter in wearing the same clothing all the time? You should be happy with that. It means that you like to keep a sustainable basis. He doesn't like changing. Don't listen to your mother. With whom do you want to get married? With your boyfriend or her? Do you think your father would marry her if there were other clothing in the market? Stop for a while and think. How are you going to feel when you get older and gravity starts to act on you like everybody else? Would you feel happy if you start looking for a nicer pair of jeans instead of its old pullover? Please feel happy and satisfied with what you have so far. And don't complain anymore.
Thank you, Raphael. That was very entertaining. Okay, so think about what score you're going to give him, guys, and let's talk about your English. Great answer. Just a couple of things, Raphael. What's the matter with? What's the matter with is the preposition that comes after, okay? With wearing the same clothing all the time. You should be happy with that. It means that he likes to keep... I think what you mean is maybe to keep things sustainable. He doesn't like changing. Don't listen to your mother. With whom do you want to get married? With your boyfriend or her? Do you think your father would marry her? Would have, I think, because I'm assuming that they're already married, right? You're talking about the parents.
Okay.
So we're going back into the past. So do you think your father would have married her if there had been other clothing in the market? Stop for a while and think, how are you going to feel when you get older and gravity starts to act on you like everybody else? Nice sentence. Would you feel happy if he starts looking for a nicer pair of jeans instead of his old pullover? Please be happy. Be happy. Be happy and satisfied with what you have so far, or maybe what you have already. Maybe, Raphael, that's just a suggestion. So far still works. And don't complain anymore. Good answer. Raphael, I think I'm going to have to give you 10 as well because you really made me laugh with that. That was very funny. Okay, Talisa, what do you think of Raphael's answer?
It's good.
Good? What score are you going to give him?
I'm a good person, so 10 out of 10.
Oh, you don't want to offend anyone.
Thanks.
Excellent. Ming, what score do you think you should give Raphael?
I like his answer. He said some really deep, meaningful things without being offensive. So I give him 10.
I completely agree with you. What do you think, Mariam?
I will also give Ming's answer a 10.
Woohoo! Go, Raphael. Excellent work. Well done.
Thanks.
All right, so let's have a look and see who we're going to do next. We've done Ming and Raphael. Mariam, we're going to find your one here. Okay, could you read it for us, please?
Well, it's about the problem too with the gallon of milk.
Okay.
Okay, dear reader, perhaps Leon has what remains of that first gallon of milk as an for good look in adult life from his point of view. You could try asking him personally, so he can give you a more convincing reason for such a weird action. On the other hand, you could wonder why he has changed jobs that frequently, as you mentioned. Is he a stable person? Do you picture yourself dating him over a year? What about two? Marrying him? Dating men is a delicate matter. Examine yourself so you can determine whether he is the man you're looking for or trying to get away. If it corresponds to the first case, accept his virtues and faults. Make sure to keep a good communication between you both.
Mariam, you're so kind and so wise. All right, well done. Let's have a look. Some great sentences in here. Perhaps Leon has what remains of that first gallon of milk as an amulet for good luck in adult life. I don't think you need to say from his point of view. I think you can just finish the sentence there because it works really well. You could try asking him personally so he can give you a more convincing reason for such a weird action. Good idea! On the other hand, you could wonder why he has changed jobs that frequently, as you mentioned. What I would say, Mariam, is as frequently as you mentioned. Or you can just leave it as that frequently, ? Okay? But
Okay.
usually if you have as somewhere, you need another one. So as frequently as you mentioned. What I would say is, here, instead of could, which is okay, I would say might. It's like a suggestion. More of a suggestion than could. Is he a stable person? I don't know if he keeps milk for 3 years. Do you picture yourself dating him for over a year? What about 2? Marrying him? It's great. Dating men is a delicate matter. Absolutely agreed. Examine yourself so you can determine whether he is the man you were looking for or trying to keep away, maybe, from. But your one works too. If it corresponds to the first case, accept his virtues and flaws. Make sure to keep a good communication between you both. Keep good communication between you both. Well done. Hardly any corrections. Awesome. Okay, I'm sorry, but you guys are doing amazingly well today, so I'm going to have to give you also 10 out of 10, Mariam. This is from the English point of view as well as your very wise answer. Let's see what Ming thinks of your answer.
It's really good. I really like it. 10. 10 out of 10.
Raphael, what do you think?
I have to give 10 because it's an answer of it looks like a psychologist saying, is a specialist in the issue. Perhaps it's a married to a consultant or something like that. So yes, 10.
Absolutely. Mariam, what's your job? You're not a psychologist, are you?
Not really. I'm just an engineer.
An engineer. Well, you've obviously got good thoughts about life. Talita, what do you think of Mariam's answer?
Good answer as well.
All right. Awesome. Well done, Mariam. Congratulations.
Okay, yay.
All right. Now we're going to go to Talita. So, Talita, you did number 5 and number 4, right?
Yes, but I can read only number 5 because
No,
the time is... No?
I think we've got enough time. Read number 5 first, and then we'll do number 4 as well if we have time.
Okay. Hey, it's not a big problem if your boyfriend isn't a good dancer. If you don't want to be embarrassed anymore, you can speak with him. But I don't know if it's a good idea because maybe dance is a thing that he really enjoys. So if I were you, I start to dance in a funny way as well. He's your boyfriend. Go and have good moments with him. You're leaving things based in what other people will will going to say, you're preventing yourself to live in good moment with him.
Good on you, Talita. That's a great answer. I would completely agree with that. Okay, let's have a look at your English. I really like the way that you've been quite chatty in your answer. So you've make the person feel comfortable when they're reading your answer. Hey, it's not a big problem if your boyfriend isn't a dancer. Let's face it, I think this is probably happens to lots of people, right? The girls always seem to want to dance more than the boys. If you don't want to be embarrassed anymore, with this one it's anymore one word, okay?
Okay.
If you have it separated, you need any more plus like a noun afterwards, like any more milk, any more chocolate, any more whatever. So here we go. Any more. You can speak with him. That's fine, but because you're giving me like a chatty answer, what I might suggest is that you could say you could have a chat with him.
Okay.
If you have a chat with somebody, it's like an informal way of discussing something that's bothering you.
Speak is more formal.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation's also a bit more formal. So just because you've used like the hey, it's not a big problem,
Okay.
then have a chat seems more natural. It's not wrong, it just sort of goes with it better.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's a good idea because maybe dance is the thing that he really enjoys with an S because it's him. So if I were you, yeah, no, don't worry. That's a very simple mistake. So if I were you, great, I would start. Okay, because you're using the conditional tense, right?
Is the second or the first?
Yeah, so this is the if clause, and this is the second conditional. I would start to dance. Yeah?
Okay.
Excellent. Well done. In a funny way as well. Good answer. I love it. Here's your boyfriend. Go and have good moments with him. Good times is probably a little bit more natural. Good times. You were living, thinking based in what other people were going to say. You were living, thinking, what I would say is about, you were living, thinking about what other people are going to say, or will say. But you can't have will and going together. They're different options, okay?
Okay.
Others is also an option, or other people, but not others people, okay?
Okay.
So you are living, thinking about what other people are going to say. You're preventing yourself from living. So after to prevent yourself, we need from always, and then we have an ing, okay?
Okay.
Prevent yourself from living. But here, what I would say is maybe instead of living is having good times with him.
Okay.
Just to make it sound a bit more natural. However, excellent work. Okay, number 4.
Are you mad? People from books and films are not real, or it's too difficult to find. If your husband makes you happy, why you should leave him? Oh my God, this is completely... Okay. And other thing, you are comparing your husband with a fictitious person. Think about the great moment that you live with him, and probably you will note that your husband is much better than a character.
I hope so. All right.
Or
So
not.
Or not, and then you can leave him, but yeah, all right. So are you mad? I love it. People from books and films are not real, or very difficult to find is what I'd put. Right?
Okay. Two is wrong, or?
Too difficult means really that it's impossible. So you could say that, but it would sound more natural to say impossible then.
Okay.
So you could say not real or impossible to find, or very difficult. If your husband makes you happy, why should you, because it's a question, right? So we need to reverse the subject and verb. Why should you leave him? Why should you leave him? But instead of saying should, I would say would, because you're asking someone why would you do something. So if you've got the word why, you need to say would rather than should. If you could also say should you leave him, but that's more of an open-ended question. So I would say why would you leave him is better. And another thing, you are comparing your husband with a fictitious person. Good point. Think about the great moments that you have. This is the same as the other one. So have with him or times. Moments is okay. It just is more common to say times. And probably you will notice. I would say notice rather than note. To note is like when you want to actually maybe like write something down or mentally remember something. Whereas to notice means that you realize something. You're like, oh, I never saw that before. I never realized that before. Yeah?
Okay.
Probably you will notice that your husband is much better than a character. All right, Talita, well done. 2 really good answers. Great work, because I really like the way that you were so informal in your reply, because it was probably the most appropriate way of replying here. So well done, because nobody else did that so well. And also you come up with some great solutions to the answer. So also 10 out of 10 for you. I can't really fault you guys today. Let's see what Mariam thinks of your answers. Mariam, do you think she wrote well? Do you agree?
Yes, I think I agree with you too. It's the kind of answer that you see in the magazines.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Talita. Okay, Ming, what do you think of Talita's answers?
Great answer. Very good writing. 10.
10. Okay, Raphael, the final verdict.
Yes, I agree with that. It's a great answer, and writing is okay and it's fine. 10.
It's so boring that everybody gets 10. Guys, congratulations though. You've done really well because these were ridiculous problems, let's face it. Has any
Not
of
so
you
ridiculous.
ever... Ridiculous?
Not so ridiculous.
You don't think so? You think there were valid reasons to write in?
You never know.
That's true. You never know. But I think, okay, maybe I will change my wording, Raphael. Shall I say entertaining instead of ridiculous?
Better.
Okay, thank you. Entertaining reasons why people wrote into magazines, and you did so well in answering them very seriously and kindly. So well done, everybody. Excellent writing. Really good work. Have a great evening, and I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye, Amy.
Bye.